Arkansas, talk to us about their offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's a transition because they'll run right at you, very physical, and they always have good backs. I think they have one of the best offensive lines in the league, and then the quarterback to me is very good at managing, and he's just gotten better and better. And I know that young man from way back, and think a lot of their family, and he's a good kid, but we got to get after him.
Why is Arkansas is passing? It seems like a lot more. Why do you think that's the case? Why are they successful with it this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that, especially early in the season, they threw it like 52 times in the Toledo game the other day, and I can't answer that. I don't know. Maybe for recruiting purposes. I don't know.
What do you expect out of Tony?
I think he's going to be pretty much full speed, but we're going to have plan A, B, and C for him. So we want to kind of work him in, and we're not just going to go full bore into it with him, but he'll get plenty of reps in the game. So,
What have you been able to do with him in practice? What have you done with him, I guess, without?
I mean, pretty much what we needed to do with him, really. I mean, no different than what it was before, and we almost played him last week, and I think it was just mentally he was thinking maybe another couple days and get in and conditioning. I think conditioning is going to be a factor for him a little bit. So, again, we'll utilize him, but we also have to have plan B and C.
Where have you missed him the most the last 5-6 weeks?
I've always thought Tony's a good leader, but I think, his tackling, I think he's a good tackler, and he's always held down that spot for us. You know how important that spot is for us in our defense, and he's a bigger guy that can run extremely well, and he can blitz well, so we miss him in a lot of ways.
What do you do with Mike now when Tony's playing? Does he immediately go back to
Oh,
Rover?
we got to leave Mike there for right now. We'll leave him there, and we'll utilize him. We're on some different things and different packages, and we'll utilize both of them.
Is Tony going full speed or close to full speed? Is he?
I think he was in practice.
Yeah.
I can't answer that, though. I haven't asked Tony if he's full speed, but I think from what Pat said, I think he's pretty close. Yes.
Coach, I hate to even bring this up after a win, but explosive plays.
Yeah.
What was going on there? And
One of them I can't comment on because,
yeah,
but I think the first one we overran, which was the Mike linebacker on a screen pass. And then the second one was actually my fault. I was changing personnel. The only touchdown they had in the game was on me. And recovered the wheel route, and safety didn't see the post because he was trying to see what personnel we were instead of playing football. Then they did a nice job. You know what? I think in this day and time, when you hold people to 1 or 2, you're pretty good, and we've been like that. We gave up 7 of them the other day that were anything over 20 yards for us, explosive play, and we really hadn't done that to that extent. Maybe a couple early in the season that we gave up like that, but most of the time it's been 1 or 2 a game, and always working to eliminate it.
There's been some talk, that mentally the team kind of lost its mojo a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Are you pretty confident they've gotten that back the last couple weeks?
I think it got for the entire team. I didn't think we played together as a team on offense and defense in a couple games through there, and I think Florida kind of shocked us and brought us back to maybe reality, if you will. And then we you had New Mexico State, and then I think the grind of it at Memphis, just on and on and on. And I think we were maybe being too negative with them as coaches. I know on defense we were, and instead of having fun with them, and I think we've changed that. And we did that before the A&M game, and we've had fun the last 2 weeks. So,
What have you thought of Gates' progress at linebacker?
I think he's plays a lot of roles for us in the dime and plays stinger. I think he gets better and better every week. He needs to continue to get more physical.
conversely, on the good side of things, the red zone stuff really seems to be working. Why is that?
Yeah, I
clicking
mean,
so
we've
much?
always been good in the red zone. We've been good on third downs, and it seems like something, like I said the other day, rears its head, every week. There's, third downs or, big plays last week, and, red zone and all that. But I told the guys the other day, we need to play a complete game. Maybe we did pretty close against Texas A&M, but we need to be more consistent at that.
I think you mentioned you knew Brandon Allen's family.
Mhm.
Can you kind of go over
Yeah, his dad coached secondary for me when I was at Arkansas, 2000 to 2004.
Okay.
Bobby Allen, and of course, both his sons are the first and second string quarterbacks, and they were out there running around throwing balls and all that stuff when I was back there. What was my last year? '04, so that's been 11 years ago. And now they've grown up. Both played at Fayetteville High School where my son played, and been very successful.
What specific strides do you think he's made that has him playing at the level he's playing at?
I think experience. I mean, he's I believe, the most experienced quarterback in the league. And when you played as many games, I can remember the first game that he played. I think he had to go in against Alabama when don't remember who the starter was at the time for Arkansas, but he had to go in and, man, they banged him around and hit him up and all that other stuff. And now he's just more comfortable in the offense, and I think he's cautious from the standpoint they haven't turned it over much. I think 7 turnovers total on the year, 5 interceptions, and he's going to throw it away, get rid of it before he gets in a lost yardage or a negative play.
It seems like previously Arkansas was probably a little bit more one-dimensional, just pure rushing with a little bit of pass running. How different is it game planning against this Arkansas that can maybe throw it a little bit?
It's different. Really, I mean, from week to week it's different, but that's the beauty of the SEC and beauty of being a coach in this league, because you have to have a system that allows you to play Texas A&M one week and then 3-back offense, if you will, with Auburn, and then now you shift into more of a power play action team. So I think they got good backs. I think they got a couple guys hurt. They got some receivers hurt, and I'm sure that's hurt them in the long run. They're very close to, everybody's even in this league to me, and they could very easily, the records could be flip-flopped very easily.